Hey, Kelly, Sandra. Yeah, it's a late one, all right. Oh Lord, why do I want to Google blue waffle? Where do you get this stuff, man? Hey, everyone. Yeah, it's a late one. Just a little something. How's everybody doing tonight? Or this morning, I should say. Right? This is not an energy drink. I got hungry just as I came on. Can't eat a regular meal. Too late to eat. Wasn't gonna do that. So, got a bottle of water and some of this stuff. What's going on, everybody? 10:45. Yeah, so you're not too bad out there on the West Coast, right? Trish, Gina, Amber, Debbie, Kelly, I got you already. Legend, hey there. Jennifer Kearns, how's it going? There's my Facebook user, Crystal, hey, Carmen, China Doll, Regine, June, Julie, Nate, Mayra. I know it's Myra, but I say Mayra just to be funny. I've heard that somewhere said Mayra. No tengo miedo. Good. You shouldn't. Me neither. Sandra Thompson. So last night I took a break from the internet, and I almost did the same tonight. I'm like, hey Gene, Kate's in the house. um, and I tuned into a couple of pages to see what was going on. One in particular, I kind of got sucked into. Now, and then our little friend was on also. Hey Jennifer, and I was trying to figure out how people got so toxic. I mean, it physically made me ill to the point where it's like, I don't want anything to do with that. And I know I've been covering it, and I've been restreaming a certain amount of that, right? But that's for a reason. That's for a purpose. I am not. Hey, Sherelle. I am not hateful myself. I don't like to be called a hate page. Others can call me what they want, but I am not. And so I was listening to some of this different live streams going on. Hey, Denise, Liz. And it just bothered the crap out of me how some people could be so I call it toxic, vile, and just a certain going back and forth at each other. Excusez-moi. it really disgusted me. And I gotta say, it put me in a weird, ugly mood where I found myself being ugly to other people. And I did. I took a nap, kind of snapped out of it, needed a little help, but it was bad. It was nasty. Like, you know what? I don't want no part of that ever at all. Um, it was, I'm not gonna get into details because I don't want to say which pages. Some of you already know, so if you want to talk amongst yourselves, you can. Hey, Aaron, Nancy, buonasera, buonasera. I hope I did that right. Buonasera, right? Kimmy, how you doing? Victoria, hey. And the last couple days, I've posted a few things. I do the whole Avon thing, and they got some fools either criticizing or making fun of or whatever. I don't care about that crap. They don't pay my bills, so their opinion is meaningless to me. And I do a bunch of different things, and I'm okay with that. I don't care what they say. That criticism is foolish, means nothing. But when they were going at each other, at people going at each other, man, with the nastiest things and making crap up. I mean, blatantly making stuff up against not just people to people, but now you're including people's kids. And I don't know. To me, I find that very scummish and very low. Not the place where I want to be. And I really have to, reevaluate this. Even this thing with our little friend that we watch, the VT Chronicles. No different. Very toxic. And have I taken part of that? To an extent, yeah. Mostly showcasing it. But I don't agree with, the doxing of people, the calling people out. Is there a reason for covering that for her? There is, and it's more political than anything else. I've got my reasons. But I don't talk about physical appearance. I don't get into that, the insults and that kind of stuff, or the commenting on it, and weight and makeup or not or whatever. I'll throw out the occasional filter, but I don't make it personal that way. Now you guys can say whatever you want. You guys do a fine and excellent job doing that, I must say. And it's awesome to watch. You guys are a spectacle within yourselves. You guys are awesome. So yeah, and there are things going on with her, and I don't know what's happening right now. I don't have those details. But yeah, just gonna back off. I'm working on these things, and I know they can't happen quick enough. They are true stories and crime stories, and stories that involve real people, things that are happening right now or that have happened, and things that you guys are going to be interested about. And I've said this before. I've given this little speech before. It's easy to jump into the gossip and the mudslinging and get people to watch, because to an extent people like to watch that kind of stuff, right? That's easy. That's very easy. But it's hard not to do that and try to come up with some good content, interesting things to talk about, and things that are going to engage you guys. And you guys want to watch and you want to participate and talk and comment. And, you know, that's the hard part. And if somebody can do that, and I try to do that, and I'm going to try to do that, you know, that's where I can, you know, that's the hard part. If somebody can do that, well, there can be success there. And it's easy to get into the gossip thing and jump in and insult each other and go back and forth, and then no. I try to remain as drama free as possible. I think it's possible to be drama free and still entertain and have fun. You know, different videos going to comment on, and you know, Bam and I go back and forth, and it's funny. I think it's funny. I know you guys do because I get messages. It was funny, and this, and Bam was this, and yeah. So you know, I know it's possible. So don't be surprised with a bit of a detour where we go. I am looking for. I'm waiting on a couple of things. These are real things going on right now. One of them is a story of baby Journey. I told you the family that lives a vegan lifestyle, and they had CPS came and took away actually two of their children now. So they're fighting that battle. They got a court date tomorrow. Is it Thursday already? Holy crap! Thursday's their court date, and so I know they're kind of waiting. They're representing themselves on top of that, so I know that they're very busy preparing for that, and I'm pretty much hoping to hear from them after that. Yeah, Melissa Lucio, that, you know, I do want to touch up on that again. I said I was going to hit that again. I do want to get into that again for those of you who are not well versed or knowledgeable in the Melissa Lucio story, which is still pending right now. So we'll hit that as well. And then I've got Lynn Marie Garcia, who was in that documentary, the state of Texas versus Melissa. She's actually an author. She's written a bunch of books, and she's got a lot of stories, real stories to tell. And she's been feeding me some of that information, and I'm looking into that. And she's going to come on with us too and talk about some of her more memorable cases that she's worked on as an investigator. So yeah, you know, I'm okay with where things are going. I'm okay not to be involved, 100% with the VT Chronicles, and it's not because somebody doesn't want me involved in it, because I don't care what anybody wants or what they don't want. There's just only so much of that toxicity that I need to soak in. You guys know what I mean, right? I know you do. It's just, it's not you get to a point where it's not interesting anymore. Follow up with certain things. Yeah, you bet I will. And but you know what? There are more interesting things in this world to talk about, and I'm ready to do that. So the one thing I wanted to bring up tonight, and you guys, some of you saw this. Let me share this page, this video, because I'm looking for it right now. You guys saw a video earlier, video clip, talking about what do they call it? I forget what the term that they use for it. You know what? I should just play the video. Oh, they're called MAPs, maps for minor attracted persons. You guys see this thing? Have you all seen this? If not, I mean, I want to play it right now. It's very. This is a real thing. This is a real thing. So I want to play this, and I'll comment on it. Let's see where this goes. This is a short one. Okay. This is a short one. Make sure I got this right. Dang it, it's taking me to Twitter. I'm trying to play the full length version. It's like 10 minutes long. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. I apologize for this. Twitter close, Twitter close. Oh, here it is. Gotcha. I found it. And all right. This is the one I'm talking about right here.
Name is Hi, folks. My name is Miranda. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania. And today I want to talk about minor attracted persons. And I want to talk about minor attracted persons because they are probably the most vilified population of folks in our culture. And most folks.
She's going to explain what minor attracted persons are. And she's going to compare it to a pedophile, which to me, in my eyes, there is no difference at all whatsoever. But you got to hear this crap. I mean, this is unreal.
Are making incorrect assumptions about them without actually knowing much about them. And those assumptions create harm for an already marginalized population. You may have noticed that I'm using the term minor attracted persons, sometimes abbreviated to MAPS, instead of the more commonly used term pedophile. And I'm doing this because the term pedophile has moved from being a diagnostic label to being a judgmental, hurtful insult that we hurl at people in order to harm them or slander them. I also prefer person-first language that recognizes that any label we might apply to a person is only part of who they are and doesn't represent everything that they are. We are all people first with many different facets or parts of ourselves. And this includes folks who are attracted to minors.
Folks who are attracted to minors. And she said, whether it's emotionally or sexually, right? And she's talking about this. This like, oh yeah, you know, we're MAPs, and you know, they're being vilified as pedophiles or whatever. Okay.
So to start with, let's talk about what a minor attracted person is or who they are. This term simply means that the person has an enduring sexual or romantic attraction to minors. They've not chosen this attraction, just as the rest of us have not chosen whatever our attraction is. You don't get to choose to be heterosexual or to be gay or whatever you are. You don't get to choose to be a minor attracted person.
Do you guys get that? I see a huge difference in this dude likes thin women, this dude likes chunky women, this dude doesn't care. That's totally different from somebody is attracted to young children. Let's call it what they are, children. This is Yeah, it's going to piss a lot of people off, at least us normal people anyway.
Some minor attracted persons are attracted to a specific age range of minors, while some are not. And some minor attracted persons are exclusively attracted to minors and are not attracted to adults at all. Some minor attracted persons are also attracted to adults. I want to be clear that attraction does not equal action. Just because a person is attracted to minors does not mean that they have acted on that attraction or will ever act on that attraction.
But could it mean that it could lead to that attraction or action? Right? It could.
Just like all the rest of us, acting on an attraction is a choice that we make. Many minor attracted persons have never acted on their attraction and are committed to never acting on their attraction. And I'm sure we can all think of a person or many persons we were attracted to but never acted on that attraction. And the same is true for many minor attracted folks. Another important thing to clear up is that most individuals who sexually victimize children are not minor attracted persons.
How do you figure that? I mean, if somebody's going to victimize children or molest or sexually abuse, they have some kind of attraction for them, especially if they keep doing it. This is a sick person right here.
Of them are, but most people who sexually victimize children actually are primarily attracted to adults. And I can tell you this because I have been working with people who have sexually victimized children for getting on to 20 years. Most people who sexually victimize children are primarily attracted to adults. They are not primarily attracted to minors. They simply choose to victimize a child or children because children are readily available. They trust adults. They're easy to victimize. They're easy to keep quiet. And it's easy for adults not to believe them. Most of the adults who sexually victimize children would have preferred consensual sexual contact with an adult. Again, many minor attracted persons never act on their attraction. We unfortunately do not have a lot of good research on minor attracted folks because the label is so stigmatizing that most of these folks do not feel safe to come forward to participate in research or seek support when they need it.
And for good reason. You guys believe this? Listening to this talking, she's talking like we're talking about, going to the zoo or something.
Research is happening, it's out there, and it's ongoing, but finding participants is challenging. Most of these folks hide their attraction for fear of losing their entire life if they came out as a minor attracted person. They risk losing their family, their friends, their job, and their safety in the community if people knew of their attraction.
You know what? The term minor attracted person is not even a real freaking term. This is something that they came up with. Had anybody ever heard that before? No. I mean, I'll call it within the last few years, very, very recent. They've come up with that as a means to justify their attraction or whatever you want to call it.
I'm a member of ATSA, the Association of Treatment of Sexual Abusers. It's actually changed its name recently to, let's see if I can remember this, the Association for the Treatment and Prevention of Sexual Abuse. And on the listserv, there's a discussion going on about a bumper sticker that someone saw in their community that says something to the effect of "shoot your local pedophile," and there's a picture of someone firing a gun at another person's head. So there's a real safety issue. There is a lot of hatred and misconception in the community. There's a real safety issue for people who identify as minor attracted.
Desire or Desiree? I'll say Desiree. Yeah, she's kind of defending MAPs, minor attracted people or persons, justifying the defending people, a group of people that are attracted to minors, children. And this is not an act. This is real. Sick.
Attracted folks. So it is no wonder that people don't want to come out. They don't want to come forward. They don't want people to know. They don't want to participate in research. So as a result, we just don't know very much about minor attracted persons, including how many of them there are, how many have or have not acted on their attractions, how they feel about their attractions, what their experiences are. We have to make do with the limited information we have from people who are willing to take the risk to come forward. And unfortunately, most minor attracted folks don't even feel safe being honest with a mental health professional if they have one, and that's for good reason. Many mental health professionals incorrectly believe that they are mandated to report anyone who admits to being attracted to minors. If you're a mental health professional and you're listening, that is inaccurate. As mandated reporters, mental health providers are required to report if we have a reasonable cause to suspect that a specific child or children or vulnerable adult is being abused. Mandated reporters are not required to report that a person has confessed a minor attraction. Confessing to being attracted to minors is not the same as confessing that you are a specific risk to an identifiable minor. Mental health providers in many states also have a duty to warn a third party of potential harm by their client. So in Pennsylvania, a mental health professional has a duty to warn when their patient or client has communicated a specific and immediate threat of serious bodily injury against a specifically identified or readily identified third party. And the professional has to believe that the client or patient presents a serious danger of violence to the third party. So you notice again that this doesn't cover making a report to the authorities just because a person reports that they have an attraction to minors. It only addresses situations when the client reports a specific intent to do harm to an identifiable person, and we believe that they're going to act on that intent. So we don't get to make reports simply because we're uncomfortable.
Okay, so if she knows of a person who's attracted to minors, but if she doesn't think they will act on it, then she won't say anything? That's what I get from this, right? Like, what the F? What the hell? For all those normal people, if we know or if we get a whiff that somebody might be interested in young people, we're making a phone call or a bunch of phone calls, right? End of story. So are we supposed to take her word for it? That she doesn't think so-and-so will act on it, so she's not going to report him? Man, this is something's wrong, major here.
Comfortable with a person's attraction. There are currently quite a few reputable websites that offer support and a community to minor attracted folks. And these organizations generally express an expectation that members commit to not acting on their attraction. If you want to learn more about minor attracted folks, or you are a minor attracted person looking for a community and for support, there are some websites that you can check out, and you can get those in my blog. I'll just list a few of them right now, but not all of them. So you can check out my blog to see all of them. So a few of these sites are called Troubled Desire, Before You Act, Stop It.
Before You Act. What's the problem with that title right there? Before You Act. This is so messed up.
It Now, Talking for Change, MAP Resources, and ASAP International.
See, it'd be good to go to some of those and report a lot of those. I'm saying.
And there are others. Several of these sites contain therapist directories. So if you are a minor attracted person looking for a safe, respectful mental health professional, you can check out these therapist directories. Or if you are a therapist who is open to working with minor attracted folks, you can list yourself on these directories. Something else that I like is Before You Act also has a helpful list of questions that you can use to interview a potential mental health provider. If you're a minor attracted person and you want to make an informed decision about whether they are a person who's safe for you to work with. And several of these sites also contain useful information for mental health professionals who are choosing to work with minor attracted persons, or unexpectedly find themselves working with a minor attracted person when a client or patient comes out to them. And some of these agencies also offer professional trainings if you're a treatment provider looking to enhance your knowledge in working with minor attracted folks. Alrighty, friends, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening. Again, my name is Miranda, and you can find me at sexualsafetyspace.com.
Alrighty then. Yep. Yep. You believe this crap? Oh, good question. Her actual one on Twitter. Okay, so they found this on Libs of TikTok. You guys have heard of that? At least I think you have. The Libs of TikTok tweet has got 16,000 likes. Who knows if those are likes because they think she's batshit crazy, or they actually like this stuff. It'd be scary to think that they agree and like this stuff. Hey, Alexis, what is a minor attracted? No. MAP, minor attracted people. Those are people that find attraction, whether emotionally or romantically or sexually, to young people, minors. Yeah. And they have a support group for them. You can go to blogs and discuss the issues. If you are Victoria, thank you so much. You're awesome. If you are a minor attracted person, you can find support. If you want to talk to a therapist, you can go to that directory that she listed at the end and find a therapist or something. I don't know. It's scary to think that there's that many out there. That many. Yes, that's right. That's right, Roseanne. They come up with those blogs trying to make them official, but they're all there to help each other. Can you imagine how many private conversations go on there? Yeah, you guys will have to catch it on the replay. I'm not gonna. You can message me through. Go to my page, Manny Behind the Mic on Facebook. Facebook.com/Manny Behind the Mic, MIC. You can message me there, or if you want to put a comment in the on the YouTube comment, you can do that as well, and I'll reach you that way. Or let me know how I can reach you. Do it on Facebook better through Messenger. Um, yeah, so food for thought. That's something that'll come up for discussion in the near future. Pretty gross if you ask me, but I think it's important to talk about, and people need to be aware that there are these kind of people out there, and they are totally okay with this stuff. And that's the scary part. Keep an eye on your kids all the time. Know where they are. Know who they're with. It's not like 50 years ago, where neighborhoods were safe and everybody kept their doors unlocked, and unfortunately it's a different time. Yeah, and years ago, this was in the 90s, there was a group out there called I'm trying to remember what it's called. NAMBLA, National Association for Man-Boy Love Association, something like that. I remember it was NAMBLA. Yeah, that's real. That's real. And they were claiming the same thing. Oh, it's not sexual. It's just, we connect with them. But it's like, yeah. Yeah, that's oh man, creepy ass stuff. That's it, legend. NAMBLA. Is it North American, maybe? Man Boy Love Association? I think so. I think it's North American Man Boy Love Association. I you not. That's real. I don't know if they were disbanded or if they're still around. I know they took a lot of heat. Very scary. Always know where your kids are, people. Always know where your kids are. And even at school, you got to be open with them to, you guys know when to talk to them about this stuff. But I'm a big believer in you, as a parent, should talk to them. You know when it's time. I don't want Mr. Whatever or Mrs. Whatever at the school. I don't want them talking to the kids about sexual things. That's none of their damn business. That's for you, between you, your family, and your child. That's all. That's it. Don't let teachers sexualize your kids. There's a weird thing going on right now. There is an agenda. And it's true. And we're going to get into that in the coming weeks as well. Yeah, it's scary. I think as a well informed, yeah, talk with them. You have to, only you know when the right time to talk with your son or your daughter. Only you guys know that. You live with them. You gave birth to them. You understand them. Only you know when the right time is. And if it's not right now, then it's not right now. You wait. You'll know when the time is right as a parent. Yep. Hi, Roseanne. Anyway, yeah, just going to cut it a little short. I just wanted to touch base with you on a couple of things, which I did earlier before the video. I figured some of you guys would still be up late, and on the West Coast, I know it's not that late right now, but we're coming up on 1:30 Central Time. So I will catch up with you guys again. Tomorrow, we've got a special program locally here, the Camille Leitner Playhouse. They're opening up their new season, and I'll be going there to the Playhouse and doing a interview with them there. So we'll be on location at the Camille Leitner Playhouse here in Brownsville, Texas, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So if you want to tune in and show some support for them, that'd be great. And we're going to talk about what productions they've got coming up this season, and their facilities there, and the new director they have, and yeah, it'll be interesting. So check that out tomorrow night, 8:00, and that's going to do it tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. I know it wasn't a very long video, but I try to get Bam too, but dude's dreaming already. He's running his second dream, so I knew he wasn't going to make it. But thank you all for listening. Appreciate you all. I really do. Really do. I don't listen to all that hate, actual hate, or criticism, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it gets to you, but I try to keep it at bay. But it's not gonna stop me, that's for sure. And we'll keep doing certain things. I know they need to be seen. All right, so it's not gonna completely go away. So don't worry about that. You'll see. All right, everyone, have a great night. Share the video, because that is very important. That minor attracted persons thing. It's fairly recent. I think that first I heard of it was last year at some point. So that term is very recent. So as parents, yeah, watch that, share it, and discuss. It's important. Everyone, have a great night. I appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow or